Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and welcome back in another YouTube chess training video, and today we should learn from Anatoly Karpov for second time, and I will do my best to show you how it's important to learn from Anatoly Karpov, what everything we should learn from him, and why Anatoly Karpov is so famous chess player and one of the best chess player of all times. So first example, you are white and I have for you two questions. The first question is if you believe that white has advantage and why. So ask or answer yourself if white has advantage, so tell yourself why you think that yes. And second question, what you will play, but I will not too bad to you just now. I will tell you that I am looking for set up these two pieces. So my question is, what do you believe? Where is the best placement of these two pieces? So think for a while and stop this video for a few seconds and then come back. And if you did, I believe that your answer is that white has a really big advantage because black has a really bad pawn formation. There is so many weaknesses, and the biggest weaknesses are f4, f5. Another weakness is this line or this bishop on g7, because at the first sight it looks like a strong piece because it's working on a really long open file. But just watch with me this file or this line, there is nothing to attack. Somewhere there are no weaknesses and it's like something empty line. So black's bishop is in empty line doing nothing, and it's difficult to imagine where black will find any active moves or what black should attack. Chess is about attack. White know that white has to attack f4 weakness, and it's not difficult to see how white will attack this weakness, but ask yourself what black will attack, because this is a really difficult question in difficult position, and white is playing for win. So now another question. What do you think how white will set up these two pieces? Where is the best placement for these two pieces? Because you have to believe that you have to attack on f4 twice. So I believe that this knight will be the great knight on d3 because he will be attacking on f4. So you should believe that you are going one day to e1, to d3, and you are attacking on f4. And of course it's not a difficult question where this piece has to stay just to be able to attack on f4. And I believe that everything is so simple, and I believe that if you have the right questions, right answers, you are able to improve your chess, you are able to have a really strong chess understanding, and you understand that the most important plan is to be active and is to attack opponent weaknesses. And that's the nice lesson from Anatoly Karpov, and now we should watch his game. So maybe now he's going to attack another weakness, but his main plan is to go to f3. But sometimes we are going into our plan very simply without hard job. Sometimes it's not so easy, but don't worry. If you know what we love to play, we are playing. And it's not important if we are managed to play our plan in next 2 moves or in next 20 moves. At the end, we know what we wish to play, and it's important that we have a chess plan. Now we see that white know what to play, and with knight will go to e1, d3, attack on f4, and of course from g2 piece is going to f3 and will be really soon or fast in the best position, because white love to attack on f4 once, and now he's going to attack twice. Black should resign in this position for many reasons. The most important reason is that looks like black will lose this weakness because white is attacking twice. And if black is going to take any defense, we should go to c5 and we should take one or another weakness. Second reason is that if white is Karpov, that's not make a sense to play any more moves, because that's for Karpov really not a difficult position. Karpov know that black has 1, 2, 3 weaknesses, and Karpov will take 1, 2 and the last weakness. And of course in this position black is still without activity, without any compensation, without plan, and is absolutely lost. So first example is gone, and what we should learn from the first example, we should learn that if black has weakness, it's really important to stop our thinking and make a plan. And make a plan with a question how we should attack this weakness. And maybe if we have the right questions, we know that we should attack twice on f4. And if you know now this example, well done, because you got a new experience and you know how to play this position if your opponent has double pawns. So yes, I believe that this example will help you to improve your chess. Now we are going to another example. It's a really interesting example and not a difficult example. If you will find what is really the most important topic in this position, and if you believe that really the most important thing in this game is open c-file, I believe that your plan has to be how to win a fight over this open file. So now it's your time, and try to think what you should play if you are white. Anyway, this game is Karpov Kasparov 1990, and it's a date where Karpov used to be a strong player and Kasparov would like to beat Karpov. So these dates or these years used to be the really interesting years where Karpov and Kasparov used to fight together, and it was a really big question if Karpov or Kasparov is the best player in a chess, maybe in all times. So now stop talking and start working. So what do you think is the best play or best plan for a white? It's really important to win a fight over open c-file. So the first move, and I hope you saw the first part of Karpov, it was Karpov and Secret, the game, and in this game Karpov played something. He was going to closed open file, then he was going to double these two pieces in open file, and then he was going to open locked open file. And just don't be surprised that this plan is working in this game as well. So for Karpov it's important for a while to block this open file, then he need to get a time to be stronger in open file, and when white will believe that is stronger in open file, just is winning this fight over open file and he's winning this game. So the first move is to bishop to a5, because one day he wished to go to c7 and to c3. Okay, maybe now you can ask if black should take or not to take on c6, and if black will take on c6 is a mistake, because maybe now black should do the last mistake and will take a last pawn, but we are playing for check and we are taking this b8 lost piece. So you can see that exactly in this position it's difficult to believe that black will take rook on c6, and maybe for this reason Kasparov played from b8 to d6. It's making sense that this bishop is strong bishop, because you can see that it's working really well, and still it's not simply through, or it's not an answer on the chessboard if black or white is winning the fight over open file. I believe that in this position white has advantage. He has a space advantage, and he has a big chance to fight or to be stronger over open file. And of course Karpov know that if in our games is only one open file, it's really a question to be or not to be to win this open file, and for this reason he went to c3. Now I will tell you what's interesting. These two pieces are working together well. This rook is supporting this piece is supporting this rook, this piece is supporting, so looks like these pieces are supporting each other. That's really interesting, and that's a signal that white has activity, everything is under control. And now what black should do? Maybe black should take this rook, but once again it's not the right move, because this c6 pawn will be really strong. It's going fast to c7, and the biggest threat will be if white will find any plan how to go to c8. But this pawn on c7, it's a really strong pawn, and for black is too difficult to play this game, because this is big advantage, and this variation is an answer why black is not interesting to play this game, and why black went out of the open file and he was going to e8. So now we should see that our plan is working and our advantage is bigger, because what's important in this position is open file, and only our forces are somewhere where is open c file. So we are a winner of this first fight, and now we have to improve our game. So it's a good idea to improve everything. So we should improve pawn formation, we should improve everything, and we are waiting for maybe new mistake, or we are waiting for another chance how to play this position. So we are not hurrying, and maybe we are going to c7, because I will tell you that even here we are fine and we have advantage, but it's really simple through that this rook on c6 is okay, but it's much more stronger on c7, because if we are able to put this rook to c7, of course not now but later, you can see that from this square we are able to attack on a6, on e7, check on g7, and this rook is much more stronger than on c6. For this reason, white is trying to exchange this bishop, but idea behind this move is to have chance to go with this rook to c7. I do believe that black is not interesting and will not help white to manage this plan, but don't worry. White is played to f4, and you can see that now is the threat to go to c7, and it's difficult to see how black will stop make this plan. Yes, of course, in the first opportunity white is going to c7, and his advantage is bigger and bigger. Now this rook is not on c6 but is on c7, so has time to go e7, b7, attack here, here is check. And if you are able to see a difference between white's activity and black's not activity, that's a really big difference. And black doesn't have plan, black is too passive, and it's up to white to be flexible and to find some interesting moves. And after d6 looks like it's game over, because everything is working together. We have strong pawn on d6, we have threats on g7, we have double heavy pieces on c file, stronger bishop, and after g5 d7, and some more improving, and that's no last hopes. Beautiful move to a5, and Karpov used to be in these years one of the best players of all times. So Kasparov, I believe, saw this variation, but maybe he loved to show to everybody this game till end. And it's beautiful end when white is going to h7. is giving check. So black will take this piece. Then black is going to d8, is check from this rook, and black will win this piece on a5. And that's a really lovely variation at the end of this example. And now it's time to show you. Check on h7, there is nothing to play, then to take on h7, check from this rook, and that's a really beauty how this rook is strong on the 7 rank. So every time if you are a winner over open file, your next job is to work hard and to win 7th rank. And now of course after this check, black will resign. So what we should learn from this example, I believe this example is interesting for how to fight and how to win open C file. If in our games is only one open file, the most important topic and plan is to be winner over open file, because if we will be winners in this open file, soon we are going to win our chess game. And what's more, we are really improving chess players. So that was a really interesting example, Karpov Kasparov, and I'm coming for another one. It's Jan Timman and Karpov, year 1990, and we are looking for the best plan for a black side. So I will tell you, where do you believe that this knight will be really stronger, and where this piece will be stronger than they are now? Everything else will be at the same position, but black believe that he should really improve these two pieces. And now it's up to you to find the best squares for these two pieces. In meantime, thank you very much for every like if you really like this video, and if you will press follow or subscribe our YouTube chess channel, a really big thank you, because you will make my day. Okay, I'm back, and I hope you found it that the best square for this knight is on f5. And don't ask me why, I really don't know. Maybe from this square, from f5, this knight is attacking on d4 twice, maybe it's attacking on e3 another piece, and because knight on b4, it's not attacking anything, that means it's doing nothing. So for this reason, it's good to go somewhere where we should attack something. Maybe d4 is the biggest white's weakness. So, and then this piece, black believe that will be in the best squares on d7 or e7. So that's the plan for black for these two pieces. And you know, maybe sometimes it's difficult to believe that this plan is working, or maybe for us it's difficult to find this plan. But don't worry, it's not really important to find all moves and to play exactly like Karpov, because sometimes it's too hard or it's impossible. But at least we have new experience and we have new chess lesson, and we know that we are going to f5, and you can see that black was not wasting time and he's sitting on f5. Now black is going to e7, and you know, it looks really funny how black is playing this plan. He knows what to play, and he's playing immediately without any breaks, without any another moves, and he's there. Now maybe you believe that white has a really big weakness. So now it's your time, and I'll ask you if you are able to find the biggest white weakness. And I hope you did, and maybe you are surprised, but the main problem for white is the last rank, you know, because this piece is taking h2, so if we are going to a1 is checkmate. So how we should go to a1? If here is not this d4 pawn, we are winning in 1. So just play c5 and ask white what white will do, because there is a really surprising threat checkmate on the first rank. You know, I know maybe it's unlucky for white to see this position, but just to be really open, even white has two bishops. I don't believe that white is attacking something. I don't believe that white is attacking black weaknesses. And of course, maybe it's here weakness, maybe it's weakness here, maybe it's here weakness. You know, it's a different between the two types of plays. The first players has a plan and they know what to play, and they are playing c5, and you can see that really white is weak on the last rank. So what to play? Now is coming back, but you know, we are winning material, and for white it's difficult to take this pawn, because of course if they are taking pawn is nearly checkmate. Not immediately, but I hope that you see that, okay, if white will take is check, there is no more moves than go to f1, and winning move is check on h2, because then we are going to win this piece on f1. So that's exactly a lesson how it's important to understand that the weak last rank is one of the biggest weakness, and that's another lesson how it's strong to find opponent weakness and how it's good to attack this weakness. Okay, where is another weakness? On h2. So we are playing here and our threat is check on h2 and mate on h1. And you can see maybe it's a surprise, because at the first sight, at the first moves, looks like this should be boring endgame. You know, 100 moves left, 1000 moves right, and waiting for one mistake. But you know, now it's really surprising, interesting middle game, and maybe white has really surprising problems. And after g4, of course, black will take on g3 and black is winning. So maybe it's your time to improve your chess calculation. Stop this video for a while and ask yourself what everything black has to play if he will take on g3 with knight. So he took, check, check, and there is no defense against checkmate. So white resigned in this position, and it was another really nice position where at the first sight we should be surprised why black believe that this knight is coming to f5, and black believe that this knight on f5 will be really stronger than on b4. But yes, from f5 we are attacking h4, we are attacking d4, and we are fighting to be aggressive and active player, because you know, if we doesn't have target, we doesn't have plan, and we doesn't know what to play. So maybe for this reason black believe that the best position for this knight is on f5. I believe another interesting lesson, and maybe we were not able to find these moves, or maybe we were not able to understand immediately these plans, but at the end we see that white has a weakness and the c5 move is making sense. So I really believe that nearly everybody should take something from this example. A strong player maybe everything, weaker player something, but altogether we have new experience and we have informations how to improve our chess. Another example, and you know, when I was trying to solve this example, anyway, is black on move, I was surprised and I was absolutely wrong. My idea was like I should attack this a5 pawn, so maybe I should go to b7. Then I was believing that I'm coming to d6, maybe I'm going to g6 with this bishop, and I will try to go for b4. And you know, then I checked what Karpov played, and I was absolutely wrong, because my plan was just to go on the left side with all my forces. But don't be surprised that black has the idea to go right side with all his forces, and his plan is to play h5. So, okay, I was wrong, but I don't mind. I have new experience, and when I watch this example, okay, I was wrong, I'm okay, because now the best plan for black is to go to f6, to go to g7, and to go with this knight to b7, d6, f7. And just don't ask me why, because I was wrong, but maybe now all together we should understand why. Okay, I believe that knight to b7 we are attacking on a5, and if we are attacking on a5, I was right. But if black is going to d6, okay, this knight is here because it's going to stop d5 pawn, and I believe this move is okay. Now black went to g7, so I believe that the plan h5 should not be a bad move. One day we should take care about open g file. I believe that black needs some open files, so okay, we should understand this move. Now to f6, yes, of course, if we love to fight over this open file, we have square g3 or g2, I believe that we have to make space for this rook. Okay, I understand. And now knight to f7. Okay, maybe we are going to here. We should attack some weaknesses. Okay, I understand. So makes sense. And after h5, it's working. Is now playing this bishop. We have planned to go here. Maybe we are taking care about open h5. We are going to take on g4. And don't surprise. In this position, Timan lost. I don't know if he lost on time or if he resigned, but everybody like Timan and Karpov was speaking after this game that this game is lost for white. So even I was absolutely wrong, and my answers was really surprisingly bad. Now we get experience that sometimes it's a good idea to look left and then to play in the right side of the chessboard. So I hope maybe we understand more this position, and we have another examples. So how to play this position? And the really biggest weakness for black is on c5. So I believe that this knight is going to c5. Then white has advantage with space because we are taking squares like d5, e5, f5, g5. And if I'm going to split this chessboard into halves, you can see that we are winning some black squares. So that means we are taking space. Space is really important for nearly every chess game, and if we have more space, I should believe that we have advantage. So, okay, we are going to attack c5 with this knight because it's a weakness. We know that we have space advantage, and I believe that here is somewhere open d file, and this open d file should be interesting for us because we saw some examples where we were fighting really hard to win fight over open files. So knight to b3, okay, knight to a3, to c5. So the first steps are done, and now we have another steps maybe to win the fight over d5. So to d3. Now I will tell you that this bishop on g2 maybe you believe is not bad. But another question, do you believe that this bishop should be improving or should be stay on the not so bad position? Okay, no, sorry. This bishop is not bad, but it's not a superstar. Where this bishop will be stronger? And if this bishop is going to h3, I believe you see the difference. Here this bishop has only maybe 2 free squares. Now this bishop is absolutely stronger, and just this difference will help you to understand how this small, really simple move is making big difference. Not bad bishop, a really amazing one, and a really small moves making big improvement. And now Of course, another chance how to win not open file but how to win this 7th rank. These examples are nearly every time same. We have this open file and we are going to block d7 square. We saw this at the first example. We saw this example or this plan in the last video where it was the famous game Anatoly Karpov, and again this plan is working. So okay, now white is winning the fight over open file and check, and white is really active. His another plan is to play b4. Okay, now I will tell you why is wrong move to take this rook. If you are going to check, or if you are going to decide which rook is stronger, if it's a black one or our one, I believe that our rook is much more stronger because there is only one open file and only our rook is working on open file. For this reason, it doesn't make sense to exchange these rooks, because if we are going for this exchange, we are going to exchange our strong piece for a really not good black piece. So this exchange is not a job for us. It's not good. It's not interesting job for us. So we are not interesting, and we are going to d4. Even here, our rook is stronger than black rook. And now, as I told you, it's really important to wait for the chance to go to d7. And Karpov now believe that is the best time to go to d7, and if you are able to be there for a few moves, you are winning. The main plan for the rooks are to go for open file, and if you manage to be there, then another plan is to go for second last rank. So exactly here is done and black is lost. The difference between activity of our rook and black rook, difference between activity of these two knights and two bishops, and yes, okay, these two rooks are so big, so black is lost because black has a really big advantage, and of course is attacking on another weakness on b7. So don't be worried that this game is lost, and there is another two weaknesses. So thank you very much for one, and maybe now the best way is to take this knight and this bishop and then win the endgame where white has stronger bishop against a black knight and extra material. So somewhere here black resign. What was interesting here? Interesting in this position was a weakness on c5. Okay. Then was interesting this open file. So another interesting information for us is done. And how is good to improve this piece? Now this piece is not bad, amazing one. So okay, everything's working, and then for the first time white is trying to set up his rook on 7th rank. Okay, he's trying to play for a second time, and even he's waiting for the last chance, and if he managed to go for a first time to d7 is winning. So that's the information for you. If you have plan is for you difficult to manage for first time, don't worry, wait for your second chance, and believe me that your chance will be there soon. So well done, we are at the end of this video, and we know how to play this example because we know what is important in this position, what is a weakness, how we should set up our pieces, and that's exactly improvement because we know how to play. And now this position is not for us unclear, it's not for us difficult, it's a simple winning position because we know the game Karpov-Gurevich. And that's my advice for you. Just go and study Karpov's game. Go and study Talas, Alechin's, Lasker's, Steinitz games. There's everything. And for these reasons, I made really lots of videos from Steinitz to Lasker, from Lasker to Tal, from Tal to Bobby Fischer, from Bobby Fischer to Karpov. And just go back, open this video, and I believe you are improving chess player. And every time you can press to like or to follow our YouTube chess channel, because we are together one big family, and I will support you and you will support me. So at the end, that's everything what I love to tell you today. I wish you a nice day. I believe you will come back for next videos. You will follow our YouTube chess channel, and if you like my speaking. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.